Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Johnny and Chanel's good news comes with heavy concern, and Leo receives a crushing letter at home. Sloane compactly hands over all her fiscal watchwords and statements since Eric doesn't trust her. He retorts that it doesn't break the issue and asks her for the verity. Sloane insists she was just trying to be a good friend to Leo by advancing him plutocrat. Eric's not gentled. She says Nicole no way felt like she was good enough for him. Seems like I am not, moreover. Perhaps no bone is demanding space. She leaves. At the Spectator, Leo tells Chad he's changed his mind about the journalist position. When Chad informs him it's formerly been filled, Leo asks for a rise rather. Chad says they'll talk about it at his daily review. With the love of Leo's life being released from captivity, he'd like to give a better life for him. Chad suggests Dimitri get a job, but Leo doesn't have high expedience for his Luddite beau, who's all beauty and no smarts. With Johnny and Paulina at her side in a sanitarium test room, Chanel tells Kayla she has symptoms of dizziness, nausea, and fatigue. Paulina assumes it's radiation poisoning. Kayla points out her symptoms are veritably common and could be related to any number of effects. Further, Elia Cantouant's iconic Day Alum as Jada's mama. As Kayla examines Chanel, Johnny tries to console Paulina in the lobby. Paulina answers her phone to Chad, looking for a follow-up quotation on his story. She tells him to call her assistant and hangs up. She tells Johnny she deserves whatever cutting review she gets if Chanel has radiation poisoning. Johnny knows Paulina was doing what she allowed. Was stylish at the time. Kayla comes out to tell them they're staying for test results. Johnny goes back to his woman. As Kayla comforts a distraught Paulina. Announcement: Chad calls Eric to bandy a job. Since Sloane is gone, he packs up Jude to take him to his interview. Further, FBI star status unclear. In EJ's office, Rita, an aged conservatively dressed white woman, holds a coffee mug and a diary. She pocketbooks her lips and glares through round spectacles. Watch Days on Peacock, $5.99 by now at DiMera. EJ meets with longtime DiMera adjunct, Rita, who enters, belting coffee. When EJ asks where his coffee is, she tells him there's plenitude in the break room. However, she just might pour him a mug, if he asks politely. Please and thank you go a long way. They engage in fun, snarky badinage while going over both his DA and commercial timetables. EJ notes Paulina doesn't know he's pulling double duty and asks Rita, with a please, to pick up case flyers at his other office. In his Salem room, Leo eats snacks he pocketed from a gift handbasket at the paper. He saves the rest for Dimitri, who'll be out in 3 days, 4 hours, 25 twinkles, and 5 seconds. An emotional Sloane comes to his room to make sure he and Dimitri keep quiet about Jude. Leo retorts they don't owe her anything. She desperately appeals to him, telling him how important Jude needs his family. Leo points out Eric is suspicious and it'll blow up in her face any nanosecond. Sloane states Leo doesn't gain anything by telling the verity. So, the stylish thing he can do is leave with Dimitri and start a new life far from Salem. Further, Fire Country's Vince in peril. Nicole shows up at the Spectator for her first day. As she and Chad bandy his story on Paulina's radioactive misfortunes, he asks how she came across the information. Nicole flashes to EJ pitching her the story, but says it was just commodity she heard an end. Still, she wants the composition to be fair and honest since Abe is one of her dearest musketeers. Chad vows it wouldn't be a mega hit piece. Announcement: Rita returns with EJ's coffee. He makes a point to thank her and also grows anxious over the expose on Mayor Price not being published yet. When Rita wonders what's his skin in the game, he calls Paulina's micromanaging unendurable. Rita can relate to micromanaging heads and suggests he kill her with kindness. One catches further canvases with honey. EJ thinks she's onto commodity and can't stay to extend an olive branch. Further, American Idol winner returns after busking goes viral. Johnny comes to Chanel's sanitarium room as she reveals how spooked she really is. Johnny tells his woman how important he loves her. He promises they will have the stylish life together. Latterly, Kayla returns with Chanel's results. Before she gives them, Paulina takes a call from EJ, who asks to clear the air. She'll get back to him and hangs up. Kayla reports the tests came back normal except Chanel's pregnant. In his Salem room, Leo recessions at the office with a mouth as Leo contemplates which instigative new megacity he'd like to move to. Sloane checks her phone. She wishes Leo and Dimitri an instigative life together wherever they go, and leaves. As Leo muses on ways to earn plutocrat to fund his new life, he wonders how important the word he possesses would be worth to EJ. When he feels bad about taking Jude from Eric, he wishes there were a procedure to remove his heart. He leaves for a walk to clear his head. Further, how Teresa could out Constantine to Maggie. Eric shows up with Jude at the Spectator, where Chad incontinently offers him a freelance gig. As Chad leaves to start the paperwork, Nicole enters, surprised to see Eric. Chad returns with an assignment for them to work on together. In the square, Sloane boasts to Melinda on the phone that she eventually got through to Leo since he's so focused on Dimitri's return. She confirms she checked with the courts and he should be returning soon. They can leave and no way come back. She's hopeful effects will be okay. Announcement. Further, Ariane Zucker's homestretch airdate brings stories into focus. Leo returns to his room with correspondence. He opens a letter from Dimitri, who writes that he's off on a new adventure with someone he met while outside. Leo cries. Dimitri realized they weren't right for each other, but the man he fell in love with is perfect for him. He hopes once Leo's over his heartbreak, he'll be happy for him and find the perfect love that he has. In his office, EJ smothers over the discourteousness of Paulina hanging up on him. However, she's got one if she wants a war. At the sanitarium, Johnny and Chanel are stupefied but agitated. Still, Kayla reveals that Chanel is just weeks along in the gestation. While it seems she doesn't have radiation poisoning, the first many weeks are pivotal for the development of a fetus' major organs. They're reconsidering this a high-threat gestation and will cover them throughout. They might not know if everything's okay for many weeks or indeed until after the baby is born. John foreshadows Brady and Kristen's future Days of Our Life. Spoilers reveal that John and Black had a heart-to-heart with Brady Black. In the Monday, April 29, 2024 occasion, John reminded Brady that he's always going to be clicked to Kristen DiMera because of Rachel Black. Could John be forerunning a Brisson reunion? Keep reading and let's bandy the possibility. Days of Our Lives. Rachel Black's forgery DOL occasion, Brady and Rachel had a heart-to-heart. After John arrived, Kristen called Brady. Kristen realized her scheme had boomeranged and told Brady that the authorization slip still demanded her hand. That's when Rachel admitted that she forged Kristen's name, but didn't see a big deal. Days of Our Lives. Brisson reunite? John foreshadows Brady and Kristen's future DOL. Brady Black's frustration. Brady mentioned in front of Rachel that each day, she reminds him further of Kristen. John interdicted and also Rachel dashed off. Still, Brady's frustration in parenthood. Rachel was clear. Brady was thankful that he was being allowed to have some redundant time with Rachel. That's when John questioned why Kristen was giving Brady that redundant time. Typically, Kristen wouldn't budge. Days of Our Lives. John Black's boating. Days of Our Lives. Spoilers reveal that John gave Brady a reality check. John told Brady that he'll ever be linked to Kristen because they partake a child together, Rachel. Brady suffed in frustration and understood what his father was saying. Still, could John's statement have also been forerunning the future? DOL. Brisson reunite? Right now.